Hey everyone, this is Paul Gale from paulgalenetwork.com, and thank you for joining me today for video game news. It is January 11th, 2021, and these are the top stories of the day. To kick things off, we have a nice video from Lucasfilm Games. This is a trailer that's about 2 minutes long, and it shows underneath the umbrella of Lucasfilm Games what all of their titles are going to look like with this new branding to help unify, kind of like how the Marvel MCU is underneath the brand of Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you have PlayStation Studios, Xbox Game Studios, the general Nintendo, and its many franchises. Here's Lucasfilm Games that has a nice trailer. Some of the games that you're going to see in this video are already out, some are on the way, but it overall gives you a good idea of the direction that the studio is going to kind of help unify the Star Wars titles to all be underneath this logo. And that helps establish brand familiarity and whatnot. So no matter which team in particular is developing, one Star Wars title or the next, or whether it's a partnership with Fortnite or its own game, a Lego title, such as Lego Skywalker Saga, you have that familiar logo of Skywalker Games associated with it. And that's smart.
Execute Order 66.
Red Group, you're our heavy hitters.
You've done it. The tunnels are open. Get in and attack the station core.
Something not in this trailer is something on the older side that was ported in 2020, like Episode 1 Racer, for instance. However, safe to say that anything going forward that's Star Wars related is going to have Lucasfilm Games on it. PlayStation Studios has its umbrella, Xbox Game Studios has its umbrella. Marvel did it very well in film with, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nintendo has its title, its logo of Nintendo over all of its titles, such as Zelda, Donkey Kong, Star Fox, Mario, Metroid. Even when Retro Studios within Nintendo creates a Metroid game, you still have Nintendo in it. So Lucasfilm Games, nice new logo, should help solidify Star Wars even further as an entity than it already is, so not bad. Next up, something small in terms of gaming news, but recently I've been showing off as they've been coming out with new t-shirts to celebrate the Super Mario 35th anniversary. Various pages and layouts, and right now Nintendo's got hats added to the list. So if you go to store.nintendo.com, you can see they've got the Mario hat with a mushroom, standard Super Mario Brothers print, and then you've got this pretty cool looking Super Mario World hat and a nice Super Mario Sunshine hat. So if you missed out on some of the t-shirts, if they're sold out in your size or t-shirts aren't your thing and you want to have a hat, you got some pretty colorful, nice looking hats that you could help celebrate Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. And next up, this is something particularly cool. Arcade 1-Up. You could go to arcade1up.com to see all of them, but they released new arcade cabinets, classic games. They've done this for a while. They've done this for several years, bringing back several iconic games that are otherwise kind of hard, or maybe not necessarily too hard to find or play these days, but in their true form, the way that they were kind of meant to be played, that brings people back to that nostalgia of early 90s gaming in the arcades and whatnot. They do a good service, and we have a new lineup of titles today. This one right here is the Killer Instinct arcade cabinet, and they're a few $100s. They're pretty good size. They usually come with more than just one game. This one, for instance, includes Killer Instinct 2, Battletoads arcade version, and the Battletoads Double Dragon game. Pretty nice. I'm going to show off another one. This is the Capcom Legacy Edition arcade cabinet. This will have 12 games in one cabinet. It's going to have a variety of Street Fighter titles such as 2, World Warrior, Street Fighter 2, World Warrior, Champion Edition, Turbo, Super Turbo, and then you've got Darkstalkers. That's a nice one to see on here. Ghosts and Goblins, Strider, Commando, Final Fight, and 1944. Here's the whole list right here. Pretty nice. Of course, like I said, some of these games, most of these games, you can play on eShop on Xbox, on the PlayStation Store, and you can pick them up individually or in a package already, like the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, for instance. But to play on a cabinet, it feels a little bit different, and it's kind of fun. So if you're a collector, or if you have a gaming room, a designated den for gaming, something like this is really nice. And they have more, but I'm just showing three, the top three in my opinion. And the last one is perhaps the best, or at least the coolest, the most unique. That is the X-Men 4-player arcade cabinet. This was a lot of fun back in the day. I used to go to the Sherman Oaks Castle Park, in particular for me. That was my place to play X-Men. Sometimes you'd go there for a friend's birthday party or your own, and you would, hammer through quarters and quarters to just try to beat the game or get as close as you could. Sometimes it would be random people joining you, but this is a pretty special one. 4 people, it's a wider cabinet, as to, wrap around a little bit so that everybody could still see the screen and have enough space to, fit inside. This is a nice one. Came out in 1992. If I had to pick one to get, it would probably be this. I mean, you could say that the value is there for the Capcom one because of the amount of games. You could say that the value is there for the Killer Instinct one because it has some unique elements, such as the Battletoads games, that not all of them are easily accessible. But for the fun factor of 4 people playing at once, I don't know, the X-Men one is pretty attractive. Let me know what you think. Do you have any arcade cabinets yourself? Are you going to get any of these 3? Be sure to go to arcade.oneup.com to check these out. Get notified if you're interested in buying one when they become available. And yeah, not bad. And finally today for gaming news, we've got something exciting. Nintendo dropped today on Twitter and their other social media pages that tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern, they will have a 2-minute trailer, very short, for Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Now, Nintendo's been doing a lot of different things with how they're presenting information. You've got their big directs, which they have not had in a while. It was late 2019 since they've had an actual official full-length Nintendo Direct. Then you have your shadow drops of just like, boom, here we go. Here's a new game that we're working on. Here's a trailer. Ta-da. Paper Mario, the Origami King. You've got your Direct Minis, your Direct Mini third-party showcases. You've got just an announcement of a trailer that's going to come the next day. And that's what this one is. So kind of interesting. I'll be reacting to it, and it will either serve as its own individual video or be a part of tomorrow's Video Game News with Paul Gale Network. But regardless, I'll be presenting my feedback on it. I'm looking forward to it. I really want to know what Bowser's Fury is all about. It looks like it's going to be a whole new world to explore. Hopefully it's a good amount of stages. And will this game have new characters? We already know it's going to have online, so that's a selling point. This is going to do very, very well because the Nintendo Switch audience is so much bigger than Wii U's audience, which is where Super Mario 3D World originally came out on. And 3D Mario games are really hot right now. Just look at Super Mario Odyssey, right? Best-selling 3D Mario game of all time. So I think 3D World's going to do very well. But not just to the audience that's brand new to the game, but I think to people like me, if Bowser's Fury has enough new content, and you'll have to let me know yourself as well, will you double dip on this game if Bowser's Fury has a lot? Or if it doesn't, will you still double dip because of that online multiplayer aspect, which is, possibly compelling enough. Let me know. And for that matter, let me know what you think of today's news. Star Wars, are you excited? Do you think Lucasfilm Games sounds good? Do you like the logo? And are you going to get a Nintendo hat of Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary? And until then, thanks for watching. This is PGN signing out. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow for this reaction video and more news. Take it easy. Bye.